Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Gemini for the month of June. Now Gemini, first and foremost, a very happy Gemini season to you. Hope it is awesome. But do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not offer personal readings, and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and get right into this here. Now, please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Really does help the channel grow. But more importantly, hitting the like button does ensure that other people who may need to see these messages have an opportunity to see these messages. I'm using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Classic Rider-Waite Tarot and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. All right. You can also follow me on Instagram using the description. So let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Gemini. Energy on the bottom. You have the Hanging Man. So the Hanging Man is really an energy of letting go. Okay, this is about, the Hanging Man comes in when into your life when something's got to give. Right, where you have to kind of either make a sacrifice, give something up to get something else, or just literally something's got to give. You can see that this person here is hanging on tightly, and really what they need to do is cut this cable and embrace the transformation that the Death card provides. Number 12, the Hanging Man. Number 13, the Death card. And so what this person really needs is a transformation. This person really needs a change. And hopefully you can see now, if you watch other tarot videos, why the Death card is actually not a bad card. It's actually we'll call it antidote or the solution to the Hanged Man's problem, right? And so for some of you here, there may have been, as it relates to your career and financial situation, there may have been a situation here like where you're content in your situation, because the one thing is that this person is content. You can say that this person is sort of meditating, contemplating life, contemplating enlightenment here as they hang on, but they're not really moving. They're not really moving forward, and that's the problem for the Hanged Man. So it's like maybe some of you have been content in a situation, but you haven't been the passion for the situation that you're in your career life, or your money life is not there. And what I do have to say is you have an incredibly good reading here, Gemini. In fact, the Hanged Man's kind of just a neutral card. You don't really have any challenging cards here. You have overwhelmingly positive cards, Gemini. And, I do have to say that the passion, it is possible in this month that in your month, Gemini, that the passion will come in for you here as it relates to your career situation. So I definitely like that. So let's just dive in. In your overall situation, you have the Ace of Wands. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a major energy of passion. The Ace of Wands is the best card to find if you're looking to physically start something. I just talked about how the Hanging Man really needs to embrace a transformation. Well, the Hanging Man could also really use the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is like getting fired up. It's like, it's like going the distance is what I feel like saying. Getting inspired. What is the term that's coming to my mind? Revving the engine. Revving the engine. This is the catalyst. This is the spark. This is the spark of life. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning, just like any other ace. You have double aces. 2 or more aces in a tarot reading is always a good sign. It's always a sign that there's a powerful new beginning available to you. And the Ace of Wands in particular, not only is it the best card to find if you're looking to physically start something, but it's also a major card of side hustles, self-employment, creating your own business, or finally publishing that book, or finally throwing up those pieces of artwork that you've been wanting to throw up on Etsy, or whatever the case may be. It's really a nice energy of available to you for really nice energy of starting something. So I definitely like to see this for you. Now, in the past, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Star. Amazing. So you have one of my favorite combinations to find in a tarot reading, which is the Sun and the Star. I'll get into that in a second, but to start off here, you do have this Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is really a nice energy of Reward and recognition for doing some type of really quality job. Particularly, this is a big card involving your teammates, your colleagues, the work environment, the people that you share an office with, or so forth and so on. But if some of you are self-employed, you can see the mallet here in their belt in the anvil in the background. It represents craftsmanship or artistry, or it says that whatever it is that you do, you sort of have an artist's touch. You kind of do what you do in a special way. And this can really provide rewards for you in your life. And so it's a really nice card of maybe even, if you are not self-employed, perhaps doing well in a presentation. It can, see you being like publicly praised, by your boss or something along those lines. Really nice energy, even working together with others to bring about a solution. So I really like that. I do have to say, some of you Geminis are thinking about your independence as it relates to money, as it relates to career, as it relates to finance, as it relates to business. You're looking at your independence in those areas, and perhaps taking stock of the skill that you have, and using those skills to maybe add an additional income stream, something like that here. You have, like I said, one of my favorite combinations of the sun and the star. Who doesn't want the sun and the stars, right? The sun is a star, right? If you think about it, the sun really is a star. But in terms of tarot, the sun is the best card to find in a reading. It is total positivity, happiness, power as well. Think about how the planets here revolve around the sun. The star, that is the sun. And, you take all of that and you put it into a tarot card, that's what you get here. The star is about wishes coming true in your life, wishes being granted. The star is a major energy as well of you being potentially in the starlight, being in the limelight. It can talk about healing, hope, optimism, and clarity for the future. It's an incredibly good card to find. And so there is something here showing up. Maybe some of you are looking to get on social media as well at this time. But in your current situation, you have the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Movement, okay? Take a look here. All three cards are Wands cards, okay? Wands is a sort of inspirational, quick type of fiery type of energy in your life. And Wands is also the suit of work, career, and enterprise. And so first and foremost, I think some of you are ready to get down to work, get down to business here. The Ten of Wands, you can see that this is a burden. Okay, this person is carrying a burden on their back, and they're carrying it uphill as well. It is in the row of your thoughts. This upper row I view as the row of your thoughts, or what is on your mind. Okay, so maybe releasing negative thinking or releasing the pressure of whatever it is that you're trying to start here. Recognizing that you don't have to be perfect in this new venture that you're taking on here with this Ace of Wands. Knowing that you have all of this amazing energy here in the past that you can build on, knowing that you have the skills here. And so I definitely feel like it's looking very good, but I also think that maybe some of you are maybe putting a little bit of mental pressure on yourself that like it maybe needs to happen at a certain time, in a certain way, at a certain place. And I would just think about that. You have this Ace of Wands, which I've talked about already, showing up right in the middle. This middle card's important because it spills into the rest of the cards. And so you have big energies of, a new beginning in enterprise and work, or literally starting a side hustle, starting something new, starting a project at work, starting a creative project, something like that here. And then you have the Knight of Wands as well, which is really another card that is one of my like talent cards, high skill cards that I like to say sometimes. The Knight of Wands is a maverick, okay? They're a maverick. They have so many gifts, skills, talents, and abilities to provide. And, they're kind of like a Swiss Army knife, right? And so you do have a number of skill cards here as well, talent cards, definitely like that. But the Knight of Wands can also indicate you moving somewhere, like changing residence, changing location. But I actually feel like it's not really that in this case. I think it's you really moving in terms of not physically relocating, but moving up the ladder, or moving in terms of like moving on a project, or moving in the direction of your passions, your skills, something like that here. In the future, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Ace of Cups. Amazing, Gemini. This is an amazing reading to get for your season, for Gemini season. It's incredible. The Ace of Cups can see you birthing a new project. Ace of Cups is birthing energy. It's new beginnings. It is creative energy as well, particularly in career readings. And you have it combined with the Ace of Wands. Actually, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands is a fertility symbol. But since we're talking about career, this is you planting a seed and watching it grow in a project or in a creative venture or something like that here. You're birthing something into existence. You have the High Priestess as well, which is really somebody who is a way shower, somebody who is kind of able to illuminate the path forward for you. It's also, if it's not a person, it really asks you to trust your gut. Your gut will be 100% correct when you get the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the tarot. And along with that here, you have this the Nine of Pentacles, which is an amazing energy of independence. So I was talking about here, the Nine of Pentacles is about financial independence. You can see that they've grown this tree here, or this bush here that is now providing them with fruit, with flowers, with pentacles. You can see that they have their best friend, they have nice clothing, they're in their nice backyard. They have everything that they could want, everything that they could ever want. It's a card of not only being financially independent, but also being content. And it's really a kind of hard work pays off type of message. But if you take a look at these three cards, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, for whatever reason, this triangle here seems to be very important for you. And I think some of you are looking at if you're starting something, particularly in business or a project, it's because you're really focused on your independence at this time. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. So let's go ahead and I've already pre-shuffled these. Let's take let's take a couple of these. So you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Two of Cups, Magician, Six of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So that is three aces showing up here. Bingo for you, Gemini. And I don't say that in a sort of like, oh, money's going to fall out of the sky here, but more like you connecting on this thing that you've been wanting to connect on, right? It's here. It's available. It's absolutely certainly available to you. When you get three aces, which is a powerful, powerful, powerful new beginning in one's life. You have this Queen of Wands, which is a major energy of attraction. Okay, this is actually you have two Law of Attraction cards here with the Queen of Wands and the Magician. Both are able to alchemize situations into their life. You can see actually that the Magician's even doing a ritual. You can see that they have a candle in their hand, tools on the table. And the Magician is a major card of manifesting. Just like the Queen of Wands is able to attract whatever it is that they want into their life, but they must find authenticity. The Queen of Wands will not attract anything good into their life by doing something that somebody else wants them to do. And so you must find your path when you get the Queen of Wands and not anybody else's. You are walking away here from something from the past with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups very clearly here. Whatever was disappointing you in the past, there's major energy of the past here showing up as potentially a disappointment. The Six of Cups can refer to the past in and of itself. And the Eight of Cups here, you can see this person's leaving these spilled, empty, broken cups behind them, and they're walking towards the direction of the Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish. And so there is something from the past here that you're ready to let go of. I think there's something around a burden here showing up that you are releasing yourself from. I think the burden is mental. And, oftentimes we place limitations on ourselves. It's not that we can't do amazing things. We're all capable of doing amazing things. It's just that we place limitations on ourselves, And that's kind of what I'm feeling here for you. So, like opening something up for you here. And then you have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Could be a nice partnership forming. You definitely have somebody in your corner. For some of you, you maybe have someone in your corner here. Let's go and see what else we have. So you have the Lovers, Occupation, and Message of Concern. Interesting. Can I get a clarifier on this Message of Concern? House. Okay. So some of you are really walking, as soon as I got this Lover's Occupation energy, actually you can see this person's doing DIY work. They're sewing. And it's like for some of you here, if you don't love what you're doing, you're just not going to do it anymore. You're going to say like, no, I don't like, I'm not going to keep working at something that I don't love, right? So some of you are finding what you love here at this time. This message of concern house card, it's almost like some of you, there may be like a bit of an issue in the home, and it's almost like maybe like a leaky pipe, or I don't know why I'm getting that, or like it's more of like there may be something like physically like wrong in your house that maybe that you may have to deal with, like maybe the AC unit goes out, or I don't know. It's a very strange message, but that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Some of you also want to work from home, and this may there may be something like that like just causes a little bit of a burden, or your living situation may be a bit of a burden here, but I don't think it's a huge concern. So this is what I have. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.